the hardest skill to learn in all of Acroyoga. I'm not being facetious. There are a ton of variables in this move, and you need to nail them all at the same time to have success. There's the entry, the connection, the shape, and the setup. Sidestar is integral in a plethora of flows. We'll show you how to find your first success with Sidestar, and maybe go hands-free so every transition in your flow is easy. But first, spotting your damned Acro moves is sponsoring this video. If you're new to this move, my sponsor wants you to know that you must use a spotter. For Sidestar, they stand behind the flyer. Check out my arm placement. Remember, get close and lunge. With a spotter, the most dangerous fall is toward the flyer's head. Spotter, be ready to grab the flyer and pull. Without a spotter, the most dangerous fall is toward the flyer's back, where neither the base or the flyer have spare limbs to catch. The flyer could still fall towards their head, creating a concussion or wrist injury. Seriously, and if you have questions about the spot or how to do this safely, get out to your local Acroyoga classes. Thanks, spotting your damned Acroyoga moves. The only time a student has been injured in one of my classes is when they weren't prepped for Sidestar, even though I teach stuff like this. Look at this. It's a lot of force. She's pressing an entire human with one leg. If you're basing a larger person on one leg, first think about your max squat at the gym and think, how often is that weight wriggling? Anyone basing wants to warm up their squat and tests to see if it feels good. You can play around in bird, and then try some one-legged squats. The flyer can practice by getting accustomed to their Sidestar shape near a wall. One hip bone directly on top of the other, and the torso and top leg parallel to the ground. If you're struggling with Sidestar, having a flyer nail this warm-up pose might be all you're missing. Let's set it up from the beginning. The flyer stands above the base's head. Take hands however feels most natural. I'm hoping it looks like this. Try to send 2 fingers down your partner's arm. With hands, the flyer walks to the side of the base. The next step is one of the many variables you need to get right for the skill to work. I like my foot here, next to the base's hips, and on an angle with toes pointing towards their belly button. You can try a lot of different placements here. I find that people have the most success with this placement, and you might need it just like this on your first few attempts. Note the order of these next 2 steps. Pressing into the hands as lightly as possible, the flyer leans over the base and finds the T shape they practiced against the wall. Then the base places their foot. This prevents the flyer from pushing sideways into the foot, which only stresses the base. I recommend placing the base's foot a little lower than you expect because it usually slides higher as you move into the skill. And also to support exactly beside the flyer, not in front of them. This helps the flyer keep their hip bones vertically stacked like they practiced near the wall. Next is the drift. To initiate the move, the flyer leans over the base's belly button. Their navel laser. Don't jump. The flyer is falling into the move like a tree falling in a forest. What's the pinnacle of Sidestar? It might be hands-free. When Sidestar feels great, hands-free just happens. In pursuit of hands-free, let's look at some ways Sidestar can feel less than perfect. Here, it's not working out because we're purposely having the flyer stand at a more challenging place to enter from. And here I'm further challenging the flyer by placing my foot too high on her hip. She can't comfortably tilt over the connection point. We can also observe the meat hook, when the flyer's hips aren't stacked, like they practiced against the wall. We're exaggerating it here. We're managing to hold this last attempt where the flyer's leg isn't parallel to the ground, but we're both working super hard. When you've got all the other pieces of Sidestar in place, you can likely unlock hands-free when the base presses with the medial side of their foot. It looks funny without a flyer, but just pretend you're pushing with the inside edge of your foot towards the ceiling. When you get Sidestar, a whole new world of flows opens up. I want to know if these tips work for you in the comments below. My name is Bryce. I intend to make many more videos. If you want to see them, subscribe and hit the notification bell. If you want to support the channel, share this video with everyone you think will like it.